Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video we are going to talk about how to use an insert statement within Node.js and Express Server so that we could create data in any of the databases. We'll be using the same example that have been continuing in part 8 and so on. We'll be using SQL Server to insert the data through Node.js and Knex library. So stay tuned guys, and we'll see how we are going to use this whole stuff within Node.js and with SQL Server through the Knex library. In our last video, we actually used the Knex library to fetch the data from SQL Server and then actually display it on the Express Server within the templating engine. So that was the query we wrote it in the last video. We changed it from the hard-coded data that was already there within the Express Server, and this is the connection string which I depicted how to connect the Knex library with the SQL Server, though it's not the best practice, but it is only for the demonstration, so that's why I'm using it. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use this create department to actually render a screen which is already there, and then once the create department actually makes a post, so here we were actually pushing it into all the departments which were there as hard-coded data or non-persistent data. So rather than this one, so what we are going to use is we are going to use the Knex library to actually create a department within the table. So if I show you the table is this department, and if I run this, there are only 4 departments, and if you see if I run this show departments, that's what we did last time. So we are getting all those 4 departments. Now let's try changing that. So if we say we go on to a create department, it actually renders that department for us like a page, and once we enter out here, it would actually show the new department on the show departments page. So let's change that code in the post where this department ID would remain same, because this is only the name of the field we are getting. The department name is there, and what we can do over here is, so we can use that Knex, and then we want to insert within department, so that's what the table name is, and I'll say insert. So what you want to insert is you want to insert that is department number, and let's say this is my department number, which is ID, and D name is the one which I'm getting it from the page where the user enters. And if you see, we also have a location field out here, though I don't have a location field in my form, so we could just hardcode it just for the demonstration purpose to actually see how that location would go. So let's say the location is Vancouver. So we are getting these 2 fields. So the department number is the field name, department name is also the field name. 2 values we are getting from user, the third one we are hard coding it, and then finally we say dot returning. If we want, we could specify an ID, or let's say, because we are not having the serial number initialized, so I'm not going to use that, but I could use a promise out here. I'll use promise, and I'll say result, and then let's say we use it, and then finally we simply say console.log department is created, and then we want to actually redirect it. So we can just close this out, we don't need this, and we could actually render this. So here response.redirect show.departments, and this is how it would go. Now let's try running this. So we'll go back and refresh it. Okay, so these are 4 departments. We'll say create department, and department number is, let's say, 50. I'll say this is test DPT, something like this. So the moment I press submit, yes, you could see there is a new department that has been created, which is a test DPT. And if we see within the table also, so we had 4 departments. Now if you run this, so we have 5 departments. The 50 number department is this one. So this is how you could probably actually add a new department out there. We just changed the few things to connect onto a database rather than the non-persistent data of a structure that we used. And if we actually see this also, last, so department is created, that's what the result is within the promise. So that's actually kind of a log which we are showing it on the server. So I hope guys this you would like it in the form of creation of a new department. Now you also understand how to display the departments through the SQL Server on EGS page. I'll be coming up with the next one, how to delete and edit that department. Those are the two next operations within the crud operations that will follow it out. So stay tuned guys, I'll be coming up with those videos, and if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe it, and have a good one. Thank you.